Phil Ivey is kerfuffled. Oof.
There's been a raise from Phil Gruesome to 10,000. Hellmuth calls.
On that. Come on.
With a smile.
Even though I think he has some.
Ace was a good card for me also. It was a good check because I wasn't going to fold.
Might have ace queen.
Too many things to know.
Jack 9 deuce flop with 2 clubs.
Gruesome's almost always going to continuation bet here.
Action's been checked to him and he does bet. 10,000. Hellmuth quickly calls.
One of us might have a straight.
9 of hearts on the turn. Hellmuth checks again. Gruesome bets 25,000.
I raised 25.
Min raise from
He has
Hellmuth.
no fear. I have no fear.
It's 25.
I raised 25, I said. You heard me? I said raise 25.
He did.
You bet 25, I said raise 25. I'm tired, but I think that's what I said. Oh, wait, I just slept 15 hours, baby. I'm not tired.
6 sleep brag, Phil. Bet he dreamed about hanging with some really big celebrities.
And I called it 25.
Everyone's yucking it up, but Hellmuth's line is pretty strong here.
How about 62,500?
Bets big on the river.
Still strong. I think a 9's a big part of Hellmuth's range here.
You told me like
I'm all in.
Gruesome shoves. That's enough to put Hellmuth all in.
That's a big bet.
Wow, you made all that speech on the turn. Maybe you had jacks 4? All right, what can I beat? I can't beat ace 9, I guess.
I think since Phil Hellmuth looks so strong, that makes Phil Gruesome look even stronger.
You kind of deserve it, you know? I mean, I've seen how fast you play. I just don't know how I can fold. That's why I showed up late, so I wouldn't be facing you just to see the
Solid plan.
$100.
Hellmuth calls all in. And Phil Gruesome shows Jack 9 for a full house. Hellmuth has just a 9. He is out.
Oof.
Well, let's head over to Daniel Negreanu's new table. He's been raised on the flop.
Okay, I'm in. I pay. 61, right?
It is.
60, there's the one. Okay, good luck, bro. Daniel, what's your name?
Daniel.
Oh, seriously? What are the odds of that?
He's just a massive online. You know what? I'm not going to ruin the surprise for him.
3 of spades on the turn. Daniel Coleman bets 55K.
How much does he want? 55. That's less than he bet before.
That's how I know.
So,
Hello back there.
a sucker for a price.
Asian MP.
And good luck. One more. What's that?
Is there unlimited rebuys? Or?
Yeah, it's unlimited for the first day, and then tomorrow you got to play for keeps.
Ace on the river.
Some would argue that today's 2 bullets are also for keeps, but again, I don't want to spoil it for him.
I'm all in.
Coleman shoves.
Okay, I need a minute. Or 2, maybe. I'm gonna clock myself. Really, huh?
I don't even want to know how light he's thinking about calling.
What the hell are you doing, bro? Oh, God. No idea who you are. I don't know if you're good. You're probably good, because you have 100,000 to play this thing. You probably sold pieces, because you're... You got a nice watch, too. God, I don't know.
Player to a hand, Vanessa. Come on.
Seriously, though.
This might be one of those special rebuy moments.
Wow, Daniel's putting on the cape. It's got a giant C on it for a call.
I don't know.
If in doubt,
Yeah, I call.
Whip it out.
That's good. Yeah, that's it, too. Good job.
What do you got there?
I think he's got me covered.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's got me crushed.
I'm not sure.
Doc now playing a stack of 1.7 million. And he's raising here in early position, makes it 57,000 with ace-5 suited.
The doctor is in.
Ivey has 5 deuce of clubs in the big blind.
This would be a very loose defend, but Ivey's quite deep, and so is Doc, so he can sometimes make a call here profitable, assuming he doesn't go cray-cray and 3-bet.
So Ivey calls. And we go heads up to the flop.
Ivey not in great shape before the flop.
Ace-5-3, top 2 for Doc Sands. Ivey with a pair of fives and a gut shot.
And that's actually kind of hitting this flop hard for this kind of hand.
He checks to the razor. Sands continues for 64,000.
Ivey's going to have no problem calling. Pair, gut shot, backdoor clubs, sweet.
He calls. The turn is the 6 of clubs. Additional equity for Ivey.
And that turn card is just awesome sauce for Ivey. Sands 2 pair still best. He's happy to keep betting for value.
Ivey has checked a second time. And Doc Sands will bet a second time. 177,000.
Now, Ivey can either choose to semi-bluff raise or just call with a pretty disguised hand. You're more likely to see Phil Ivey use a coupon than fold in this spot.
He's picked up his cards. Pump fake. Ivey cutting out raising chips.
Here we go.
He makes it 527,000 total.
Now, I think this semi-bluff might work against any decent single ace. This is a weird spot for Doc. He's not beating any value hands, since Phil's probably not even going to raise a worse 2 pair in this spot. But there also really aren't a lot of value hands possible.
All in.
Sands shoves.
Now who's in a weird spot?
It'll cost Ivey everything he's got.
Wow, this is amazing. Phil Ivey, ladies and gentlemen, is in a spot. Now, if Phil thinks all of his perceived outs are live, he absolutely has to make this call. We know his deuce and 5 outs are dirty, which means he has to make his flush or a gut shot, which also won't always be good. Phil Ivey is kerfuffled. I think he's certainly regretting that check raise now. Doc's got to know he's ahead, but I don't know if that means he can relax or that he wants a call. He's thinking about how this never would have flown in 2006.
Okay.
Surprising to see Ivey squirm like this. Surprising he didn't actually have a plan of what he'd do if Doc Sands came over the top of his check raise.
Alright, okay, I'll call.
Ivey's gonna go for it.
Gulp.
5s and deuces no good. He needs a club or a 4 on the river.
So stupid I am.
Now he's been spending too much time with Yoda. Ivey does have 12 outs, which means he's going to hit a little more than 1 out of every 4 times.
It's a 6 on the river. We lose Phil Ivey.
Yeah, Phil. Thanks.
Phil goes from 1.4 million to out in 14th. Nobody saw that coming.
The button round to Sam Greenwood in the small blind. And the table shorty's got kings.
Sam made the final table in Malta just a few months ago. Beast.
He limps in, giving Canet the opportunity to see a free flop.
Well, this hand is so bad he might feel compelled to raise it. Hashtag raise it.
Sure enough, he makes it 125,000.
My guess is that these two have a lot of backstory.
No re-raise from Greenwood, still playing it slow.
The backstory story checks out.
The flop is 8-6-5. It's a gut shot for Canet. Greenwood, a 4-1 favorite with kings.
Does he continue with the gut shot?
No, he checks behind. Canet pairs his deuce on the turn, picking up additional outs. Greenwood, still a 4-1 favorite.
Delayed C-bet?
No, once again it goes check, check. A 7 on the river, that's a straight for Canet.
Sam wanted to let Mustafa hang himself, but instead he let him get there.
Now we should see a bet from Mustafa.
This is just so gross. How do you make the best hand with 9 deuce?
225,000.
Not a great board for kings.
I played this hand really stupidly.
An incredibly reluctant call from Greenwood.
That's gonna leave a mark.
It's 25 too much though.
Check it. No, I took 25 back.
You put way too much. I misvalue. At least 50,000. The best.
Brutal.
Had a good hand.
Jack 7 of diamonds.
Vanessa maybe steaming a bit after that last hand. Looks like she's getting right back on the horse.
Raises to 1,300 as Fondiari quickly out. Spirit rockets for Prahlad Friedman.
By the way, when I start calling Prahlad parlay in front of you guys, it's because I've been doing it for 5 years. He parlayed 50 bucks into 50,000 one weekend.
And then that 50,000 is now what?
I don't know, 40 million or something.
7.2 million or something?
But I was like,
what's it like to have 7.2 million?
I would not know.
Gotta be more than 7.2.
Right, it's more than 7.2.
Prahlad's very likely to be adding to that 7.2 now. Vanessa's starting to look a little defiant.
Two of the greatest poker minds.
I know, I like watching this stuff and not being in the hand.
Spirit and Vanessa battles.
Antonio may be driving the action a bit with his mouth. Vanessa knows her own reputation, so she knows Prahlad could be 3-betting her light, thinking she's raising light, which she is. And if that's the case, she could get into some real trouble here.
4-bet to 13,200 with the Jack high.
So typically a Vanessa Selbst 4-bet is going to start to get some credibility, which means if Prahlad thinks she's got some kind of hand, he'll easily put in a 5th bet. Another thing to consider, if Prahlad wants to continue to have Vanessa think he's bluffing, he's more likely to raise again than he is to just call.
It is 5 bets to 35,000.
30? 35.
All right, well, this looks like a pretty easy fold for Vanessa.
But she hasn't dumped her cards yet. Joe, what in the world could she be thinking about here?
Well, she might be a little steamy from that last hand still, and is probably leveling herself with thoughts that Prahlad is just messing with her.
Now it looks like she wants to see how many chips Prahlad has left.
If she levels herself into thinking Prahlad is messing with her, this is going to be a disaster. She should be folding any second now.
Pot.
She puts in 6 bets with Jack high.
Oh boy.
106.2.
$106,200 is now the bet.
This is an absolute punt. Let's count the hang time.
All right, I'm all in.
Prahlad is all in.
It is a mistake. I call.
Vanessa calls.
I can't.
Aces for Prahlad.
No.
He's got aces.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bet you
How
he's got
many do you
aces.
want to run it?
He has aces.
It's like 100%.
Of course. She has ace, king, or kings.
Nope, I have nothing. Twice?
Whatever you want.
Let's do 3 times.
Sure.
That's it.
She has live cards. Oh boy.
How much do you have?
He's got you covered, I think.
60, 170, something.
So they're going to run it 3 times.
I think I speak for Vanessa when I say,
First of 3 runs coming up. Winner will get a third of the pot. King 4-5.
That's not good.
she'll need runner.
6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds.
Don't waste it.
6 of diamonds would that be the best card?
6 of diamonds would give her straight and flush draws.
God.
To the turn. 9 of hearts.
All right. Put a deuce of clubs. Oh, ace of clubs is good.
I think Prahlad knows the time for speeches is over.
River 10 of hearts, and Prahlad has locked up a third of the pot worth over 113K.
I'm such a. Why do I do this to myself? Every time. Not every time. I usually don't do this to myself anymore. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm just, you know.
Pretty sure he was laughing.
Here comes the second of 3 runs. 8 king 5 2 diamonds flush draw for Vanessa.
There's already a diamond over there.
There it is. That's a spirit. Show the other diamonds.
The 6 of diamonds would definitely be more useful here than it was in the last one.
Vanessa only needs 1 more diamond.
Turn 5 of hearts.
Wow, Prahlad is strong. How did he dodge it there?
Missing the flush draw would be devastating. She's not likely to flop this good again.
To the river. No diamond, 3 of clubs.
What a brick.
Break ball.
Super brick.
Bricktastic.
So Prahlad is 2/3 of the way to scooping the biggest pot ever won on the big game.
What an absolute gift from Vanessa.
No jacks and 7s.
Run number 3. 4 6 king 3 more bricks. This is getting hard to watch.
Not even a sweat.
Vanessa's dead to 2 pair trips or a straight, all of them runner, or else Prahlad's gonna need a wheelbarrow to bring all his money home.
To the turn. Deuce of spades.
Nice hand.
And Prahlad's going to win a pot worth over $340,000.
Wow, Prahlad did it. That's sick.
All right, I'm out of here.
Nice playing with you, Vanessa.
Nice playing with you.
Good playing with you, Vanessa.
Why not win one of them?
Vanessa's going to hit the rail, and with that, Prahlad Friedman has the biggest scoop in the history of the big game.
Enjoy.